Oh my God, hurry up. Pass me the phone. Come on. Oh my God, hi, Carrie. What you mean? I'm Beauty.
And it's Dominique Nicole.
You already know DJ the rapper.
Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Tell it like it is, boy. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Tell it like it is, boy. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Tell it like it is, boy. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Tell it like it is, boy.
Harry, tell it like it is through your radio. Fully syndicated, funny for the silly folks. Always keep it positive, never negative. Carrie's Corner is the name. Welcome to the show. Hot top celebrities bringing in the voice of the community. It ain't gonna stop. And when they start to play the beats, I'ma have to write you up a eulogy 'cause they're so hot. And I stay live and I stay woke when the man trying to keep me on demand. Yeah, D-Day, beyond beauty and Dominique Nicole did it again.
Carrie's Corner will show you just what you were made of. Carrie's Corner will have the music playing through ya. Carrie's Corner will have you sipping on some tea. Carrie's Corner, tell it like it is, you and me. Carrie's Corner, syndicated radio.
Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Tell it like it is, boy. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Tell it like it is, boy. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Tell it like it is, boy. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Go ahead, Carrie. Tell it like it is, boy.
Hey, what up, people? It's your boy, Kerry D. Singleton. It's the Kerry's Corner Radio Show. It's August. I love August. So many great people that I love were born in August. Shout out to my mom, who has a birthday in August. Shout out to my late cousin, Diane. God bless her soul. She left us a couple of years ago. 2020, last year. Seems like forever already. God rest her soul. My grandfather, rest in peace. Birthday was August 1st. My godbrother Anthony, his birthday's in August. Lots of great people born in August. I love August. It's nice and hot. Just the way I likes it. Heat is in my soul. We're gonna have a great show today, you guys. I know you missed us. Last week we was not here. We had the pre-recorded show courtesy of DJ Just in Time. So thank you, Just in Time, for entertaining the people with great music. They probably get tired of listening to me talk anyway. You know? Trey, I don't know what you're saying because your mic is never on.
No, it is today.
Okay, there it is. Great. So, I was in Los Angeles last weekend. Shout out to everybody in La La Land out in Southern California. They say it never rains in Southern California. That's a lie. It rained while I was there, but it's just a little bit. I was taking a friend-cation with Julia Robertson and Norm Adams, two of my besties. We went to Universal Studios Hollywood, where I met up with Jaws again. So quick backstory. When I was 4 years old, I was a huge fan of Jaws. My mother took me to see the movie in the middle of the theater, in the front row, according to my recollection and my mother's recollection. When the shark was killed by Chief Brody at the end of the movie, I screamed, kicked, and waved my fist at the audience members. I wanted the shark to live. And so they took me to Universal Studios, my mother and my Uncle Butch, and thinking that I would be all pro-shark. And I guess what ended up happening was your boy flipped. I cried. I screamed. I kicked. From what I remember, or from what I've been told, I jumped over several laps in the tram to get away from the damn mechanical shark. And I was teased by my Uncle Butch and my mom. And look, listen. It's one thing to see the animal on the screen, but when it pops out at you when you're 4 years old, it's a different story. So I need a redemption, you guys. I went to Universal Studios for the first time last weekend since age 4. So what is that, 45 years ago? Yeah. And I videotaped it. I got so excited that I forgot to press the record button. So after waiting 90 minutes to ride the damn tram, I had to actually ride it again so I could get my picture. But shout out to everybody at Universal Studios. They actually let me skip the line and everything because they felt my pain. So that was pretty dope. Norm, of course, insisted that we go to his favorite spot, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. I never said Roscoe's was not good. I just felt like it's overrated. It's chicken and waffles. Like, there's only so many ways that you can mess up chicken. My mother, Lord knows she can. My mother can cook her face off, but fried chicken is not her thing at all. I remember once her cooking it when I was a kid, and it was a little red inside, and she had the nerve to tell me, oh, it's seasoning. My grandmother was like, no, Denise, you didn't cook it. Shout out to my mom's chicken. But, there's only so many ways you can make waffles. I mean, come on. So, whatever. Shout out to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, though. Julia, of course, luxuriated on Venice Beach. She wanted to go to Venice Beach. Venice Beach is famous now for homelessness more than anything else. So while Julia was luxuriating on the sand, was hoping and praying that she didn't step on hypodermic needles, because there was probably more hypodermic needles than there were like shells on the sand. Yeah, they recently cleaned up the beach. Well, they're in the process of finishing it, but it's become one of many homeless encampments across Los Angeles. I mean, people in LA are sleeping in tents on highways. I swear to God, I saw one tent in a tree. I'm like, this brother built a tree house? Like, that brings, I guess, new meaning to moving on up, huh? That's not funny.
That's cold.
Yeah, I think LA, you really need to take care of your people. And while Julia was on the beach, I bought shirts, including the one that I have on today, custom made. It says Venice Beach with Jaws in the middle of it. So, yeah. I have another shirt that I got made, but I'm going to showcase that, I guess, later when we go on our cruise this week with 108 Soul. And shout out to my publicist Danielle Holland and her hubby Courtney for showing us an amazing time while we were in LA, including the extremely expensive restaurant that we ate at initially when we got there on Santa Monica Beach. $50 a la carte for a piece of fish. Really?
$50.
$50
Nah.
for a piece of salmon that didn't taste any better than something that I could have prepared. I mean, come on.
That's terrible.
Yeah, never again. Speaking of Julia Robertson, she will be starting work finally on her long-awaited debut album with Jermaine Quick later this month. We've been trying to work on this album for 5 damn years. We've gone through producer after producer after producer after producer, and we just haven't found anybody that could finish the job. And we finally, I suggested Jermaine Quick because, of course, he produced my spoken word album. And so Jermaine and Julia will be working together, and they start recording this month. Another reason for me to go to Gilbin's, plus Gilbin's is opening up their 2 subsidiaries, the smoke shop and the vegan spot. So now I have a reason to go to and you still haven't gone.
I want parts.
Well,
when certain things work out, I think we need to take a trip.
you got to do what you got to do. Kevon, Kevon, he's leaving, so I guess I have to wait now. It's August, the last month of summer. What are your plans, Dre? What are your plans? This weekend, the Carrie's Corner Radio Show team will be hanging with the 108 Soul Radio crew here in New York. This is going to be their Summer Cruise Harbor Lights Yacht Party with Mike Shannon, who was a guest. And I'm headed to Chicago later this month with my mother for her birthday.
Nice.
And then off to Minneapolis with just in time to check out Paisley Park. He wants us to go all the way up to Minneapolis to see Prince's house. What? I guess it's a museum. So yeah, we're gonna check that out. Yeah, but what are your plans this summer, Dre?
Well, I actually have, starting next week, I have a string of gigs coming up. Starting next week.
Okay.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and part of Sunday.
So you're being a real Jamaican. Like, you're busy.
Yeah. And then I have gigs pretty much every weekend the rest of this month.
That's good. And then your shirt says DJ. That's dope.
Yeah. I need
Okay.
And
Now,
music in every language.
Now we're all gonna hang out at the boat cruise with 108 Soul on this weekend with Mike Shannon and the crew. That's gonna be pretty dope. I think it's gonna be really hot for us to be hanging out on another radio show's cruise. Give us some incentive. You know what I mean? Kevon, I know that you hung out with some very special ladies out in the borough of Queens.
Yes,
Where
I
you
did.
from over the weekend? What was that? What was that all about with the women?
You know, I traveled back to the hometown to
Okay.
check out the Positive Women United pop-up expo.
Q Borough in the building.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it was a really cool expo. They had
Yeah.
a lot of vendors, all female-forward businesses,
Nice.
and you know, there was a fashion show. There
Okay.
was a lot of honorees. You know, they honored AOC was honored. She did not show up to the event, but
Right.
it was a really cool.
Somebody accepted on her behalf.
Yes, they
yeah,
did.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Rhonda Bender, I know, was there.
Yes, she
Yeah,
was
she's
really
a-
cool. I got to
yeah.
talk to her.
Rhonda's a friend of the show. She actually works for the Queens.
Yeah, she brought you up. She wanted to make
Yeah.
sure you were good.
Yeah, I'm great. I'd be great if it'd be nice if she'd come back on the show. And she works for the Queensboro president now,
Oh yeah,
Donovan.
yes.
So she's cool.
She was
yeah.
really cool. I got a
Yeah,
selfie
yeah.
with her. I got to talk with her for
Yeah.
a bit.
Did they feed you though?
There was a little bit of snackage there. I got a nice piece of carrot cake that I got, so that was pretty nice.
Snackage. I thought when she was here, we discussed the Haitian rice and peas.
Oh,
She didn't have that?
no, that wasn't at the
So
event.
you just had carrot
unfortunately.
cake. Okay, well, yeah. All right.
Hopefully next time.
Yeah, okay. Journey, a spoken word album. Check it out, please. www.illadelstyles.net/KDS. That is my 5-track EP featuring The Wanderer's Game and Orgasmia, which also features Julia Robertson. Buy it, please. Now I know what it's like to be an artist. This like trying to get black folks to support with their
Support
pockets.
is an action
yeah,
word.
it's support and love are action words. People say all the time, "Carrie, I love you," and I'm like, well, why do I sleep alone at night? Like that. You don't love me because if you love me, you'd love me. You'd love me.
Oh wow.
And if you supported me, you'd buy the record. Like, you know what I mean? Like.
There you go.
Like, it's a spoken word album, people. Like, how often nowadays are you gonna hear dope music and real lyrics? I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like I'm Cardi B
It's 5 fire tracks. Pick it up.
with poems. I mean, come on, man. Orgasmia, which my mother said she doesn't like the video. Yvonne,
Right.
she doesn't like the video because she's
It's a little too close for
no,
comfort.
yeah, but it's not even about me. She says that she's concerned about what Julia's 18-year-old son thinks about his mom. First of all, Julia was in a group called Ex-Girlfriend that had songs like Sexual Chocolate.
No ambiguity.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Like, please. Orgasmia is... All she did was moan a couple of times. Nothing
Yeah.
big, yeah.
Her son's heard her moan.
Oh, my God. I hope not. Have you heard your mother moan?
I'm not gonna go there.
I haven't. I'm not. Yeah, let's. And I guess it's a yes. If you think about it, if your mother didn't moan, you wouldn't be here,
I guess so.
right?
Gotta
Right,
be great.
right, right. And your parents are still together, so your mother's probably still moaning. Right. Anyway, I mean, I hope so. Anyway, shout out to your mom. Shout out to James Brinkley from Brooklyn for blessing us with these T-shirts that he gave us. I can't really say what they say on the air because they're straight vulgar, but thank you, James. We appreciate them. We all have our T-shirts, and we will wear them when nobody's looking. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess one of you guys will probably end up wearing it on the boat cruise. I'm not. I have a very special shirt for the 108 Soul cruise, so I won't be wearing my James Brinkley shirt. Yeah. Fair to say, it's a shirt that I got created on Venice Beach where I'm holding 2 very valuable treasures. Just remember that I said that.
Well, you said treasure.
Treasures.
Oh man, I have a guess.
Yeah, well, just keep it to yourself. All right. We have a great show today. We're taking the entire show to honor one of my favorite R&B groups from the 90s. I hate to say that because that almost sometimes suggests that they're just there in the 90s, and that's certainly not true. Intro, a string of hits, and we're responsible for hits for some of your favorite other 90s artists, and I'm really excited to have my buddy, and Jeff, who will be here shortly to talk about all of the things that Intro is doing today. I don't know what that signal meant, buddy. Okay. But anyway, we're going to have a great show. I'm excited. Dre, I know you're excited. Intro is in the building, and we have some really special throwback clips And Buddy bought me a hat too, so I'm gonna have to switch hats. Kerry's Corner, your new home for throwbacks and new jacks. Let's get into these new jack joints right now.
Hey yo, what's happening? This your boy 5 Mics. Anytime I'm looking for great entertainment or the latest scoop on the music industry, I pick up Intrigue magazine. Cause everything I read in is so intriguing. Don't believe me? Then find out on your own. IntrigueMagazine.com, where reading is a pleasure.
And now it's time for those exclusive new jack joints right here on Kerry's Corner, your new home for throwbacks and new jacks.
Forgive my emotions. I know I left you broken when you always made me feel like I'm the one. Now regretting the silence. I can't blame your resistance when you always made me feel like I'm the one. Never felt such an emptiness. Looking back, yeah, I made a mess. Cause you're the best thing I ever had. Now I'm lonely, lonely, lonely. It cuts real deep, bleeding inside. This game is over and I'll swallow my pride. If you don't believe me, I think I'll die. Feeling lonely, lonely, lonely. Making all my plans without you and never let you know, let you know. Said be hanging with my friends, but sneaking on the low, on the low. My phone shuts down when I see you call. But who's the fool if it's over now? If you tell me that it's really too late, you'll see me cry. Forgive my emotions. I know I left you broken when you always made me feel like I'm the one. Now regretting the silence. I can't blame your resistance when you always made me feel like I'm the one. You were the one for me. I can't look in your eyes. You gave me back everything you had, and I gave you lies. I rolled the dice, paid the hard price. I rocked my future by my own advice. By now you'll see that you're the only one that could free me, free me, free me. Making all my plans without you and never let you know, let you know. Said be hanging with my friends, but sneaking on the low, on the low. My phone shuts down when I see you call. But who's the fool if it's over now? If you tell me that it's really too late, you'll see me cry. Forgive my emotions. I know I left you broken when you always made me feel like I'm the one. Now regretting the silence. I can't blame your resistance when you always made me feel like I'm the one. When you always made me feel like I'm the one. When you always made me feel like I'm the one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. into war, I come out with a victory. Living to the fullest in this life, it's my time to shine. And I never let the fake love get to me. Always looking forward, I won't let them get the best of me. No words will ever break me down, no matter what they say. Deep inside the bunker, I come out like fire and thunder. Launch your shots, I'm never going down. And know I paved the way. Deep inside the bunker, I come out like fire and thunder. Deep inside the bunker, I come out like fire and thunder. Deep inside the bunker, I come out like fire and thunder. Deep inside the bunker, I come out like fire and thunder.
Out here looking for you like where you been. Me reminiscing, remembering we used to get it and argue with mama like him again. Tell her I love you when she just say why you defending them. Best time of love's innocence. We was like souls in a sense. Finishing all of your sentences. Friends would say they go your twin again. Guess I'm just missing. Lower the voices, lower the noises. Put on an album, turn on the volume. Make love in the shower like there goes the hours. Tryna vibe, tryna kick it with you. Keep it 2 times 50 with you. Feel like the time of your life, every minute with you. Now I see the bigger picture. We were supposed to be good on so many levels. On so many levels. Love more than just a hood. On so many levels. On so many levels. Yeah, you was that one. On so many levels. On so many levels. Still can't even shake it, baby. Damn, we should've made it, baby. Baby, baby. You might be my one and only. Night and another follow me. Oh yeah. So many levels, so many levels. You might be my one and only. Night and another follow me. Oh yeah, so many levels, so many levels. Who am I kidding? We different and I'll never get it. They comment and mentions, we more motion pictures. The vision, that's something that's so open-ended. The difference, we did it from humble beginnings. Ain't winning if all of it really was in it. Ain't winning if all of it really was in it. Guess what I'm saying? Why is it sinning? Why are we in this? Lower the voices, lower the noises. Put on an album, turn on the volume. Make love in the shower like there goes the hours. Tryna vibe, tryna kick it with you. Keep it 2 times 50 with you. Feel like the time of your life, every minute with you. Now I see the bigger picture. We were supposed to be good on so many levels. On so many levels. Love more than just a hood. On so many levels. On so many levels. Yeah, you was that one. On so many levels. On so many levels. Still can't even shake it, baby. Damn, we should've made it, baby. Baby, baby.
I'm wiping these tears. Next, I'm deleting your number. So tired of fears. When it comes to us, no reason to call. Don't even talk to my voicemail. Deleting the thread. Cause I just wanna forget. And why are you so good at making me cry? Do you even know why? I'm tired of trying. All you do is lie. So I'm saying goodbye. And it's taking 4 days of wanting this pain away. And it's taking 4 nights trying to fight that this don't feel right. We can't make this work if your love only hurts. Starting to stay. I'm putting me first. 364 days. 364 days. I used to want time when I thought you were worth it. But as hands tick by, I realized I wasted mine. Made it all about you. Too invested to lose. And now you wanna go and get mad when I'm just speaking my truth. And why
up? This your boy Dante Diesel, aka EQ Philly, aka J Quick. And you're now in tune to the livest radio show in the world, Carrie's Corner Radio Show. You feel me?
Let's get it. Let me take y'all back to the essence real quick. Diesel. I'm on my Phillies, coming through the door like a Draco with extended clip. Everybody talking, but their words don't really hit. When it comes to beats, I'ma take it to the top. I'ma win the chip. Focused on my flow, I'm the real party rocker. Haters keep looking and they changing up their posture. A&Rs love it cause I'm fresh off the roster. What else is it left for me to do? I gotcha. RJ Payne with the verbalist. Put it in your stomach like some milk, let you curdle this. Chicks blowing bubbles in the air like Sierra Mist. Drooling from the lips and they wishing they could swallow this. Yeah, hit the streets with the flamer, paying your detainer. Dante Diesel, I'm the hottest entertainer. You know I'm coming through, you heard? Philadelphia Styles. Check it. I'm in the bar with it, matter of fact, cruising down the streets in your car with it. Keep the party hot every night in the club with it. Every young thug in the cut sipping bub with it. When it comes to parties, I'm heated like a radiator. When it comes to chicks, I slay them like a gladiator. When it comes to life, every day, I'm the motivator. Do it with a passion. Yes, I'm a ball player. Count bread like a ripper chick. Every day my palms itch. Always on my hip, 4 nickels and a dime chick. Southwest native, Overbrook resident, political assassin. I'm the next black president. See me at the concert, elevating masses. Everybody screaming for my backstage passes.
On the Carrie's Corner Radio Show, we're back. Me and these mics. That's why Paul's supposed to be here. But he's got a COVID scare. At any rate, he's talking about New Jack segment and starting everything off with Delmar James with I'm the One. Pretty dope track. Also, we heard from Diamond Denali with Fire and Thunder. And I want to thank our friend of the show, Debbie Eagle, for bringing those 2 New Jack songs to our attention. Again, Delmar James, I'm the One, and Diamond Denali, Fire and Thunder. Thank you very much, Debbie. We love Debbie. Suzanne Christine with Levels, Jaquay with 364, and we ended everything off, of course, with the Illadel Styles, man himself, Dante Diesel with Bust That. Hey, I got a special guest in the building. I'm hoping you're on the right mic. Mic check? Nope. No mic check?
Mic check.
There
mic
we
check,
go.
mic
There
check.
we go. I don't know what the hell. Yeah,
I use this one?
I'm all messed up. Yeah.
Okay. Boom.
Okay.
I'm on Carrie's Corner.
Buddy Wike, welcome back to the
man?
Carrie's Corner Radio Show. It's been a good long minute, brother. How are you?
Man, I am good. Thank God, man.
Yeah.
Staying alive like the Bee Gees. You know, here.
Staying working. You stay working, brother. You and Jeff stay on the road. I just saw a flyer recently. It's you and High Five and a whole bunch of other people that I love. I can't think of what city it's in, but you guys got a show coming up, right?
That's the show you're talking about. That's in Charleston, South Carolina.
Charleston, right?
On August 28th. August 28th, which happens to be our manager's birthday as well.
Oh,
so we're going to be out there August 28th at the North Charleston Performance Center.
Okay.
Along with High Five, Changing Faces, Shy,
nice.
Cut Close. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be a dope show, bro. I am such a fan of Cut Close, man. Actually, no lie, I was listening to Cut Close today before I left the house. I mean, I don't know if they had a second CD, but they didn't need one. I mean, they did, but that first CD, the debut CD, Surrender. Oh my God, I was listening to that today. And I love it.
Their show is their live performance is crazy. Their live performance is really, really good.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Now you are a person that happens to know a little something about dope live performances. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm just the last time I saw you and Jeff, and then you know this is dated pre-COVID, was at the what's that spot? Is the spot downtown?
SOBs.
SOBs.
Yeah,
The last
SOBs
time I
was,
saw you perform was at SOBs. And you and Jeff added a little twist to your show. I don't really want to say anything for people who haven't seen your show.
Tell it, because it'll remind me.
Well, because when you do come inside,
okay,
there's the screen behind you has a lot of things going on. The images, the semen images.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, semen. And we're not talking about men that are, on the water. We're talking about, that. Whose idea was that?
I hate to take credit for it, but it was my idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was your semen.
It wasn't my semen. It
was your idea. I know, I'm just kidding.
Couldn't help it.
I'm kidding.
You got me.
I'm kidding. Intro, man. Like you guys, I'm a huge fan of Let Me Be the One. Since I've known you, and I don't remember what year we formally met. I don't remember at this point, but it's been a couple of years at this point. The first thing that I remember saying to you was "Let Me Be the One" was my favorite intro song. So I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
I don't think I asked you this before, and if I did, it's been so long I don't remember. If you had to pick one, and I mean one, buddy, I know you guys had a couple of albums and lots of hits. If you had to pick one song that you feel should have been nominated for won a Grammy for, what song would that be?
Well, now they have the remake category, so I think "Ribbon in the Sky" would have been would have gotten a Grammy for best remake of an original. Yeah, our best. But if it was just one of our records without being a remake, then it would definitely be "Let Me Be the One."
So
that's the song that broke us.
That really? Okay,
Yeah,
I always thought it was. I don't know why I thought it was "Love Thing."
Yeah, well, "Love Thing" was our first single.
Yeah.
But the DJs just started playing "Let Me Be the One" instead of "Love Thing." Yeah.
So it's not just so I got an ear then. I got an A&R ear because that was always like that song, bro. I just and it's crazy. Like I consider you a friend at this point. But when I see you on stage with Jeff and y'all perform that song, you're not a friend. It's like, yo, this is intro performing my. I had the CD in my. I was a teenager or young adult, and I had the CD and I used to play the song over and over and over. I'm like, wow, this is just it. What was that era like for you, man? Like when you and Jeff and Kenny first got the deal. From Atlantic Records, right?
Correct.
Talk to me about that, man. What was that like? Your first record deal?
I had just came out of the military.
Yep.
So it was
That's
like
a hell of a difference.
It was like from night to day, man. Because I had gone, like I said, I just came from the military. Just finished, wrapped up from the Desert Storm and Desert Shield, the whole Gulf War experience, and
because I've heard you say that you felt the military saved you from the streets of E&Y, East New York.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. I went into the Army when I was 18.
Wow.
I wasn't getting in trouble or anything like that, but I feel like I did lack some direction.
Okay.
I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I know I didn't want to go to college at the time.
Okay.
So going that route, it kind of like taught me discipline. I already had discipline from home, but it kind of put me on a schedule and
a regimen,
responsibility. Getting up in the morning, going to work and stuff like that at a young age.
So how did that turn into intro? Because that's part of your story, actually.
Right. Yeah, I met Kenny while I was in the Army.
Okay.
In North Carolina.
Okay.
And
was he also in the Army as a?
He was in the Army
soldier?
as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Kenny was in the Army as a soldier as well, Fort Bragg, North Carolina.
Okay.
And just going from the military and into music, we still kept that hard work ethic, pushing each other and going the extra mile and, rehearsing a little longer than we really want to.
Really?
Yeah.
So you all had a conversation. So you're both in North Carolina. You're both originally from New York. You're both interested in music. I'm trying to figure out, like, that conversation must have been kind of dope. Like, hey, I'm Buddy. Hey, I'm Kenny. Hey, who's your favorite singer, Kenny? And Kenny says...
Well, Kenny told me, he said, the favorite R&B singer. I said, who's the best R&B singer right now? He said, I am. And this was like the first time I met him. And he's actually from Alabama.
Oh, okay.
He's from Alabama, via Detroit.
Okay.
Yep.
Motown. Okay.
Yep.
So y'all are in the service, and are you forming a group, or are you just passing time?
We're just passing time, writing songs at this time.
Okay.
And a couple talent shows came about, and from some of the songs that we wrote was like, why not join into these talent shows and see if we can win these trophies and a couple $100, because they had a talent show like every Thursday night at a place called Larry LaShaka's Lounge.
Okay.
But what we didn't know was that it was fixed. They would give the trophy, the same trophy and money to this girl named Dana. She would win every Thursday.
Was Dana talented?
Even though, yeah, Dana could sing. She was really good. She was really talented, but it came to a point to where we knew she wasn't winning and the crowd knew she wasn't winning. So they had to go ahead and get like another trophy for us.
Right.
It seemed like she was winning a new trophy every Thursday.
Wow.
But they was giving her that same trophy. She bring it back. Trophy. It was just like a stunt.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did that turn into?
We end up winning the shows.
Okay.
We end up winning the talent shows.
So did you just decide? You guys, let me see. Kenny and you are winning shows, so you just dropped out of the Army to become singers? I'm sure it didn't happen like that.
No, it didn't happen like that.
Okay.
Absolutely not. Like after the war, when I came back to North Carolina, Kenny had already left North Carolina and went home.
Okay.
Prior to us leaving the military, we had got a house music deal with a label in Brooklyn called Classified Records.
Wow, how?
And,
if you're in the service?
Yeah, we did it. As a matter of fact, when we signed with Untouchables, we didn't tell them that we were in the Army. We didn't tell Eddie F that I was in the Army. They asked me what did I do for a living. I told them I ordered helicopter parts for the government, which was the truth.
Yeah, but
I didn't say in the Army.
In the Army,
because
right.
I knew that they would not have signed us because at that time wars were breaking out.
Right.
You're in the Army and we're in the middle of the album and now you're getting deployed. So I think they would have passed on us. So yeah, we actually were signed. By the time we signed to Atlantic, I was out of the Army.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did Jeff come into the picture then?
Peekaboo, who dances for Kwame and the New Beginning.
Got you.
Yeah. He was from North Carolina as well.
Okay.
He's from Queens, but he spent his summers in North Carolina.
Okay.
So I knew Pika, and Pika knew we were looking for another member, so he introduced me to Jeff.
Wow.
Yeah, when I came back up to New York. Well, actually, I called Jeff on the phone first, and we chopped it up.
Okay.
We got Kenny on the phone on the three-way. I came up to New York. Met Jeff and we just went nonstop. Yeah.
But did the deal come before the trio, or did the trio come before the deal?
The trio came before the deal with Atlantic.
Okay.
Yeah, the house music deal was with me, Kenny, and a guy named Nelson.
Okay.
Yeah, but I guess you could call it the real deal with Atlantic Records and Untouchables.
The deal that put you on the map.
Jeff, Kenny, and myself. Yeah.
So what year is this?
This is going into late 1992 when it really started kicking off, but the album didn't come out until March of 93.
So when you get the deal, you're working with some of the greats in the industry at the time, bro. It's not like you got a deal with just whoever records. You're with Atlantic and you're working with damn, man, you got laced. Yeah, man. So can you? We got 5 minutes before we got to go into this mix. Okay. But can you bring me back to the moment when Kenny, Buddy, and Jeff sign on the dotted line and begin recording the first album?
We signed our production deal with Untouchables, which entitled them to do the production on the album.
Okay.
Even if we were to get a deal with a major label, they would still be
the production team
that would produce the album. So signing with them was phenomenal because they put us in the studio immediately with Jeff Redd, the Winans, Christopher Williams, Mary J. Blige, Shinehead, Father MC. Like this was before we even recorded our album. We was already in the
surrounded by, and then this is the early '90s. Like that was the Uptown extended family.
Yep.
Yeah.
Heavy D, like everybody.
Wow.
We in Jersey over at Jodeci's house playing basketball with them. And
so what was that like for you? Because I mean, one day you're in the service, and the next day you're hanging out with Heavy D and Jodeci.
It was cool, man. It's like a lot of sleepless nights just in the studio, and the sun would come up, the sun would go down, the sun would come up, and we just continue working because you gotta strike the steel when it's hot, and we never knew if it could all end in one day, so we wanted to try to grasp as much as we could in that amount of time.
How many records did you sign for with Atlantic initially?
Initially, we signed a seven album deal.
Wow, okay, that's a lot.
Album deal with Atlantic.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, and so how did you feel about the first album before it was given to A&R? Before you gave it over to A&R, how did you, Buddy, feel about this being the intro to intro?
I felt like we had something. I was nervous. I felt like we had something, and I was nervous because I didn't want it to get dropped. I didn't want it to get lost in the other albums.
Right.
Even though there wasn't a lot of groups out at the time, I knew that there were groups that were coming out. It was like 7 of us that came out at the same time.
Yeah.
Like 7 groups that came out at the same time. And, you know, listening to the songs as I'm driving home from the studio, I honestly felt like we had something that was a little bit different than everything else that I was hearing. Because everybody was playing everybody's music. You know, if they did a song, they send it over. Yo, check this out. You know. So I felt like we really had something. Like I felt like if I wasn't in the group, I would have listened to that album.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know. Your Girls, I used to work around the time that your first album was out. I was working as a promotions assistant for Arista Records. Okay,
all right.
Arista was underneath the BMG umbrella, and so I was kind of even though I was responsible for Arista projects and LaFace projects and Rowdy projects and Bad Boy projects, a lot of times they would give us RCA and you know, what label was R. Kelly on? Jive Project, right? So I remember the RCA rep gave me a compilation CD, buddy, with a whole bunch of artists. Shantae Savage was on it. I think Wu-Tang was on it, and SWV was on it.
Okay.
And basically told me, take this to the radio stations, and whatever song they like, we're gonna go with, and we might drop the rest. So what a lot of people don't get is how, like, SWV almost did not become SWV, and it wasn't because their music wasn't dope. That's just the way that the game goes. So that's why I asked you, was you nervous about that first record coming out? Because shelving happens.
Yeah, shelving definitely happens. But see, Eddie did something really smart. Shout out to DJ Eddie F.
Yeah.
Eddie invited the top people from all of the labels, like the Sylvia Rhone, L.A. Reid, you name it, like Clive Davis. Like everybody he invited to his house on a Friday night for dinner.
Wow.
And they all showed up, and all he did that night was play intro songs. All he did was play intro songs the whole night. So that's all they listened to.
And you was
intro
there.
Songs, and they had the conversation. I was there. I remember Heavy D was there. And when they left that weekend, that's what they had to talk about. The music that Eddie F was playing at his house. And on that Monday, Atlantic called Eddie and said, yeah, we're going to sign the group.
Wow.
So that's how that happened.
That's a perfect segue. Okay, listen, brother.
Yeah, bro.
We're going to get into this intro mix. Dre, please play it from the very beginning. Because I want him to hear every intricate piece. Don't even start yet. Don't even start it yet. This is for you, brother. This is for you and for Jeff. This entire show.
Shout out to Jeff Sanders.
Shout out to Big J. This entire show is dedicated to you, Jeff, and of course Kenny. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
All right, let's get into this intro mix on Kerry's Corner. You know, home for throwbacks and new jacks.
They've got all the fat beats and satin harmonizing. They're Kitty, G Love Green, Clinton Buddy Wike, and Jeff Sanders. One more time for intro. Come on. Brother. There's far too many of you dying. You know we got to find a way. Bring some love in, today. Father, we don't need to listen. War is not the answer. Only love can open. Precious love, but you use me to see what you can get. Now you don't want to stay together. I don't see how you forget all the tears that you cried. I wipe them from your eyes. You finally found someone to treat you right. All the plans that we made, you threw it all away. I really thought you were the one, but now I see it was a game. You really care about anyone else. I know you wouldn't hurt me. I know that you
I've got to do is say it, 'cause I would give you the world, but now I know it's just a game you're playing. And you told me that I would be yours. Tell me if you still remember, before you walk right out that door, all the tears I cried, you wiped them from my eyes. I finally found someone to treat me right. All the plans we made, you threw it all away. I thought you were the one, but now I see it's just a game. Got back just now.
I missed you.
Yeah. Do you?
Won't you come up and let me show you how mine?
You know the flavor. Buzz me up, baby.
If you let me come inside,
I'll keep you satisfied tonight. If you want me, if you need me, turn down all the lights. I'll make you feel alright tonight. Come on, come inside. I'm thinking about you. The last time we made love and I fantasized. So many things that I dream of. I wanna do with you, baby. And tonight won't be the same. I wanna come inside. I like to hear you call my name. Slowly, I'll give it to you, baby. Only if you promise me you'll let your mind run free. Grab a hold and love me totally. I wanna step and slide, dip and dive, do everything to make it alright tonight. I wanna make love to you, baby. Let me come inside. I'll keep you satisfied tonight, baby, tonight. If you want me, if you need me, turn down all the lights. I'll make you feel alright tonight, baby. Just let me I know it's late, but I've been thinking about you all day. I just want to know. Do you remember that first night we met? Make it feel. I just want you to make it feel like the first time. Feel it. Oh, baby, make it feel. Yeah, yeah. Like the first time. Like the first time. Yeah. I never want to see you cry unless the tears of joy in your eyes. Like the first time we made love and I said I love you. I never want to say goodbye. You got to know my heart won't lie. The closer I get to you, I wanna have sex with you the whole night through. 'Cause you give me all your love, baby. Your love, girl, you're blowing my mind. You blow my mind. Don't need to no, relax, unwind. Take your time. Give me all your love, baby. Give me all your love, girl, you're blowing my mind. You make it feel just like the first time. Oh, so long for this night. I pray that a star will guide you my way to share with me the spell
Now, for my next number, I'd like to return to the.
Hey, it's Mike Shannon, and you're listening to Club Classics on Kerry's Corner.
Get the point? Good. Let's dance.
Treasure all that's new and true and gay. Easy living, and we're giving what we know we're dreaming of. We are one, having fun, walking in the glow of love. Faces going places, it's so wonder, it's so clear. By a fountain, climbing mountains as we hold each other near. Sipping wine, we try to find that special magic from above. As we share our affair, talking in the glow of love. So I wanna let you know you're more We're surrounded and abounded, summer, spring, winter, and fall. All the people meeting, people laughing, dancing till the dawn. And we'll always be like this, flowing in the glow of love.
And we just came out of our Club Classics mix. Always some good tunes there. Got something special for Buddy. Jeff's listening from his home. Shout out to Jeff. And I had your mic off, Buddy. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
You can shout him out now. I'm really a big fan of Intro. Always have been ever since you guys came out, and it's just been such a joy for me to be a friend of yours, Buddy. You're a really cool dude. You had a cameo in my own documentary, Live to Tell My Story. It said some very kind things, and it wasn't scripted. I just think you're a dope human being, man. I feel lucky to be able to consider you a friend. Julia and Norm, same thing. You know, we love you like a brother. And I wanted to do something really special for you. So let's take a step back in time, shall we?
Well, actually, let's rewind. We was in Atlanta last Tuesday, filming our video for the next single, Let Me Be the One. Then we went to London Friday. We left Friday, got to London Saturday, and we performed in London. And then we left Sunday, came back to New York, performed in New York Sunday night. Monday, we took care of everything before we, got here. And we were in the studio again Monday night, trying to do the remix for our new single. Then we came here, so.
Wow. So you said y'all haven't slept in a few days now.
Yeah, we zombies.
That's rough, man. Is this what you wanted?
Yeah. Yeah, man, this is what I always wanted.
I understand y'all work with a lot of people, man. They tell me y'all very, very versatile. I mean, from Mariah Carey to Jeff Redd.
To Mr. Rogers. And,
Mr. Rogers. And when you said that, I went like, dang, maybe I'm supposed to be up on Mr. Rogers. Must be a new rap act.
Yeah, we worked with
did projects for Mary J. Blige. We did 3 songs on her album. Shinehead.
When you say did them, you mean?
We wrote the
song.
Oh, really?
Vocal coach.
We did Reminisce, Love No Limit, and My Love.
My Love.
Okay. Hey, that's hot enough, man. Oh, that's serious.
We trying,
Yeah.
So y'all write together?
We like vibe from each other. Put it that way.
Kenny has like
I'm the road
the ill talent. He's like the road runner, and we like tags along him. But
they're the Coyotes right now. Right now.
We're tagging along. But we collaborate.
Yeah, we collaborate a lot. I'm saying I'm giving him his credit right now because he did a lot.
Because writing is a gift. Everyone, if you write, everyone has a certain level as far as the talent. And I write just a little faster, than most. Because I think what's the record right now? I think Love No Limit was like done in an hour.
You're kidding.
Yeah. So it's like some people write faster than others. And in the music industry, it's all about supply and demand. And if you can write fast and good, they want you, So that's why, adversely, I had a lot of jobs, and you see my name over a lot of stuff, rather than all 3 of us. But I get my inspiration from my brothers, Buddy and Jeff.
Hold on, my name is on a lot of stuff too now.
Yeah, his name is on a lot of stuff too.
Don't forget me,
So all this came before your project came,
right?
Before the intro album,
right?
Why was it done like that?
Well, we wanted to work.
DJ Eddie, as soon as we signed with Untouchables, they put us right to work as far as projects.
To work.
Like the next week, we was working with Jeff Redd on You Called and Told Me.
Yeah.
So
that was y'all,
from the street to band right in the studio.
The Halle Berry video.
Yeah.
We never saw Jeff in the video, man. All the brothers around here, we just saw Halle. Don't tell Jeff that.
Yeah, that was Holly's deal.
So, was the plan always to be out front as an act, or do you really want to be in the background producing and writing?
Well, eventually we wanted to, just cultivate everything that we had as far as our talent, so that, we can be all around performance, where we can be self-contained more or less, so that when we go back and do our next album, you'll see more production credit by Intro.
Now, when you say you write a song in 3 hours, music and lyrics?
Music, we get in the studio like with Eddie or with Dave.
Vibe with the producers.
Vibe with the producers, and it's like quick, real quick.
It's incredible, man. That's like Prince quick.
That's the way it should be, though, It shouldn't be like hours and days and months. You get in there and you have a nice vibe and everyone's feeling good. You get in there and write the lyrics and the producers got the music and you just vibing, just like a live session, and you basically record it, So that's how we do things.
Yeah. Now you tell me that this one has sold out already, the first shipment.
Yeah, the initial shipment of the album sold out. But you can still go to the stores and check for it though, because they should have them back in here today. But the word yesterday was that the initial shipment was sold out.
And this has been kind of an underground swell, if you will, that's been happening.
Yeah.
Right. Why is that? Where did they know about you from?
Well, from basically with Eddie being DJ Eddie F, you know, premier DJ, and him playing the records in New York, underground hip-hop radio stations, because we were oriented towards hip-hop, the hip-hop audience, and then it just caught on like a virus. Everybody just like, oh man, this is nice,
But it's starting to surface now,
right,
going above the ground.
Right.
Yeah.
You're basically untouchable thing.
Yeah, basically untouchable. yeah.
Not trying to sound big headed, but untouchables.
Got it going on.
Some hits.
Got the hits.
Bam.
Now, who are the untouchables?
DJ Eddie F, producer Dave Hall, Nivelle Hodge, Kenny Cornegay, Darren Whittington. It goes on. Sharon, Touchable Staff, what's up? Young Guns, Young Adore, Mecca Sisters,
Body Snatchers,
Michael Myers.
Yeah. Who was it that, or who is it that you guys find so inspirational?
Stevie Wonder. We like jazz roots, gospel roots. I like Thelonious Monk, John Coltrane,
Tim Miner,
The Winans, Take 6. Commission.
Well,
that's our favorite.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So, just the people that you're listing now, there's a pretty broad spectrum of music there.
Our parents is responsible for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Were they in the music field?
Well, gospel. Our family, gospel musicians, singers, all of us. So, and then they had us listening to music.
They had us in church.
Yeah, in church every Sunday. You better get up and go to church.
Every Sunday, rain or shine. Yeah. Well, the new album is available in stores now. We think it's available.
Yeah.
If they're out, they will be getting some more.
Yeah.
But the group is Intro.
Thank you.
And we're back on the Carrie's Corner Radio Show. That was your very first interview on BET with the legendary Donnie Simpson. And I wanted to take it back, bro, before we get into this interview.
Definitely took me back.
I want to take it back. We added the music in the background to give it the flow.
I like it.
From Funny How Time Flies. And,
now I'm here on your show.
Yeah.
Funny How Time Flies.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I watched your face, and I saw you. It seemed like to me you were transporting yourself back to that very moment. So listening to that interview, right? What goes through your mind when you think about that first interview with Donnie Simpson?
Just listening to the audio without seeing the video, I was trying to picture like where was I sitting, what were we wearing?
Yeah.
Just trying to picture, I was trying to go back that far to try to see if I could remember the visual of it, because we visited BET so many times and it had a wonderful staff. Shout out to everybody at BET for making it happen for us back then, because that was before the internet.
Right.
So we just relied on pretty much BET. We really wasn't getting no love from MTV.
Right.
But BET held us down.
Yeah. If you could I always ask this question. If you could today give advice to Buddy Wike, who was speaking in that interview with Donnie Simpson, what advice would you give him today?
The advice I would have gave Buddy back then was to just be who he was back then. I think I've remained the same. I've always been a musician, never a celebrity, and I came in from day one like that, and I think that's one of the things that has prolonged my longevity in the music business. It's just dope relationships, good people, choosing my friends like I choose my fruit.
Right.
And man.
Unfortunately, Kenny passed many years ago, but you and Jeff have certainly kept the torch well lit. I think you've done a fantastic job of keeping Intro's name alive. The music, though, seems to pretty much do it by itself, right?
Music speaks for itself.
Timeless.
It's timeless. when we perform now, we don't even perform the new songs that we've done because we've released some new songs over the past years. We've been able to just live off of the classics, the Love Thing, Let Me Be the One, Ribbon in the Sky, Come Inside.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much our show when you come to see an intro show. Of course, we're gonna have some treats in there, but you know, people are interested in coming to the shows, hearing songs that they can sing along with.
Right.
So,
I want to say this to you. I say this to a lot of the show. The Kerry's Corner Radio Show has been on for 8 years, over 8 years now, and I've had thank you. I've had the honor to interview people like yourself and Melba Moore and Eddie Levert and Adina Howard and Melissa Morgan. And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this to you, bro. I don't know if I've said this to you before, but I want you to know how important your music is. Like, your music is the soundtrack to people's lives, buddy. You know, before you and I met, you know, well, no, that hasn't changed now that we've met. Like, I listen to your music and it transports me back to a time. Okay, so if your record came out in the early 90s, I was still living in Boston. I was still living at home. I was still living in my mother's house. I wasn't an independent. I was, you know, aspiring to be this music promotions person. And so your music transports me to a time of innocence, yet a time of struggle, because I wanted to get the hell out of Boston so badly. You know what I mean? So I think it's important for you classic artists who make classic, long living hits to know how important your music is, because many of us have grown up on your music. Many of us have gone through struggles or have gotten married or had children or whatever to your music. I mean,
thanks, man.
Music is a dynamic unifier, and I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of a group that meant so much to my childhood. I just want to say thank you for that, brother. I want to say thank you.
Such a pleasure. So, thank you for the kind words, and thank you for sharing your platform with me.
Yeah, of course, man. This is your home. Now, Andre Jones has a couple of questions.
All right.
Nah, I think I'm going to limit this to just one.
Okay. One question.
Hey, buddy.
Yo.
I want to just ask you, man, how does it feel to know that you are literally part of Black music history in general? How does that feel? I could only imagine what it's like to be a legend.
Yeah. Well, I don't really consider us legends. I think we were in the right place at the right time with the right ingredients. Mm-hmm. You know, and I always tell people that I look at music like boxing. You have to always be ready. You have to stay in the gym. You know, and we were in the gym. You know, the vocal gym. So when opportunity presented itself, we were there. We got in the ring and we did what we had to do. So,
as humble as you've always been, as long as I've known you, the term legend is often used very loosely nowadays. But buddy, let's be clear. You recorded a Stevie Wonder song that Stevie Wonder approved of. That don't always happen, brother.
Shout out to Kenny Green, man. Yeah. Those lead vocals on there were way before his time. You know, he was so dope. So his vocal arrangements, his harmonies, he knew where to put certain things just to touch people. And you know, shout out to him. And I'd love to take all the credit, but there's a guy I really give that joint right there to my man Kenny Green, rest in heaven. He did his thing on that song. I had fun recording the backgrounds on it and stuff, but it's really, really the leads that carry that song, and that's what caught Stevie's attention. And shout out to Stevie Wonder. Thank you for allowing us to touch your song.
Yeah, and I know you said this during the break, but I just like very quickly touch on what it was. What like tell us the story like quickly. You got to meet Stevie in the video, and like you went to his house. Like what? Bro, that's Stevie Wonder. Like,
I broke out the night before. I came back to New York from Los Angeles, and when I got home, my mother told me that Kenny had called and to give him a call. I called him at the hotel, and he said, "You should have stayed because we're gonna go meet Stevie Wonder tomorrow." So they had another flight leaving JFK back to Los Angeles.
Back to LA.
Yeah, I didn't even unpack my bag.
I know that's
grabbed
right.
The suitcase, dirty clothes, and everything. Got back on the plane. Got back to Los Angeles, and the next morning, a guy named Andre came to pick us up. It was James Cleveland's son.
Okay.
And he took us out to Stevie Wonder's house. Stevie called over Johnny Gill and Terrence Trent D'Arby.
Wow.
And we spent the whole day at his house. He ordered a birthday cake for Kenny. We recorded a song called I'm the One Who Loves You on the All Men Are Brothers album, which was produced by Eric Clapton. It was an experience that I'll never forget. Yep.
Hanging out with Stevie Wonder. And how did he get in the video?
Well, when we found out that we were going to go to his house, Kenny called the production, Michelle Webb, and told her that we're going to Stevie Wonder's house tomorrow. So, well, of course, they still had they was going into post-production, but they still had the camera people.
Right.
So they had him. They asked if it was okay. You know, they got permission from Stevie, and he's like, yeah. So they brought the camera crew in, and they set up around the piano. And what's in the video is when we first met him. So it wasn't like scripted. Like he walked out, sat at the piano, and that's when we stared talking. They already had us in place before he came out. And then the whole day was just fun listening to Snoop's album because it had just came out not too long ago, and just chilling, man. Him walking around with nobody holding him because he knows where everything's at.
Right, it's his house.
Him playing air hockey. He had like this air hockey thing. Yeah, it was phenomenal.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
You have some stories, which brings me to my next subject, the documentary.
Documentary is coming.
Yeah.
It's in the film festivals now.
Okay.
I don't want to date this, but September 3rd will be our final date of notifications back from the film festivals.
And it's called
from, Music, Lyrics, and Life, the story of Kenny, Jeff, and Buddy.
Okay.
And after September, we figure by the holidays this year, 2021, it's going to be everywhere. Hopefully it's going to be everywhere. It's definitely going to be on like your Amazon Prime and, places like that. But we're really hoping from the film festivals that we can touch on some big houses, like some movie theaters.
I happen to have a friend, Emmeline Stewart, who has, she's the first I believe, Afro-Latina to have her own movie theater in Brooklyn, in Greenpoint.
Oh, wow.
I'm actually having an event that I'm going to invite you to in October, where we're going to be screening a project that I'm working on. I think you might be, I'm going to talk to Sonia about putting that together because I think it'd be a dope idea for you to screen. It's a first-rate theater. And it's a cafe and theater in Greenpoint. Nice. I'll give your manager all the information. I really think it'll be dope if you do a screening there. And if you choose to do that, of course we'll promote it and do the red carpet and all that other stuff. But I think it'll be dope to have a hometown screening where you get to control who comes and who doesn't or whatever like that. You know, that'd be kind of definitely want to put that together for you, brother.
Thank you.
We got some new music for you. Let's talk about that. And let me just say this. When you and I met, you had just released a dope single called New York. I can't say the last word, but it rhymes with grit. With my favorite rapper of all damn time. Right. How did you do the collaboration with Mr. Cheeks?
Okay. Well, I met Cheeks. I think we were on the road we were on a flight going to Toronto where we was on the same show, and we just happened to be sitting next to each other.
Wow.
And we end up, my grandmother was from Southside Jamaica, Queens, so we had something to talk about there. Yeah. I brought my mother a house in Southside Jamaica, Queens, so nice. Lost Boys became like my hometown favorites.
Right.
So meeting him and exchanging numbers. Yeah, when we get back to New York, we're gonna hit up the studio. So he just started coming by the studio, and we probably did like 4 or 5 songs. But the New York record was the one record that we agreed on. Like, we're gonna go ahead and drop that one. And
when I first met you, I was the vice president of Intrigue magazine. Now I'm the president. Dope. And I was assigned to do an article on a performance that you had somewhere in Brooklyn. I just remember it being cold. It was small and cold. That's all I remember about that venue. And to get to meet, that's the first time I got to meet you, and the first time I got to meet Mr. Cheeks. And for me, that was a moment. Like, one of my favorite R&B artists from the 90s, and Mr. Cheeks. Cheeks is not my second or third or fifth or 10th. He is my favorite rapper of all time. And it was just a dope experience, and you all put that song together, the New York record, and then of course a couple years later you did the video with original Spinderella and Jeff. That was just totally dope. But now you got a new single called Higher.
Yeah, I did Higher during the pandemic.
Okay.
Yeah, because I just felt like people's vibrations was getting low, and I was just trying to uplift people, and there's a lot of uncertainties uncertainty going on, and you know, behind the scenes with the band and everything.
Right.
And I just wanted to do something to lift my spirits higher.
Right.
And Higher is actually a piece of a song from the past from intro. If you listen to Strung Out on Your Love on the B section, your love keeps lifting me higher, higher than I've ever been before. And I felt that was such a dope part of the record, and they never released it as a single, so I wanted to take the B section and turn it into a chorus.
Okay.
And that's how Higher came about.
So we're gonna get into that right now.
All right.
But I've been to your lab once or twice in your house, and that's like that is your sanctuary. Like that is so dope. The pictures of you and Kenny and Jeff and that's where Higher was recorded.
That's where Higher was recorded. Yep.
In the lab. We're gonna get into this new stuff, but first we got a throwback from Buddy. Let's go.
I rose up trees from my mason jars. Breezed through the city in my racing car. The future wasn't clear, they say I reached too far. But look at me now, mama, I'm a star. My word did not make it, look at where I'm from. When niggas puff loud, I'm proud to rep the slum. We grind all night, shine all day. Win or lose, it's the game that we play. Come back from the fallback, that's okay. Same rules from the intro, stay out my way. Trash shit. And I'm from the rotten apple where hip-hop started. Slide through, set it off, this how I ride. This same shit that I've been from the block. Yo, why would I stop? I was there when they did it. If you're with it, I'm with it. Baby girl, let's get it.
Baby, there's no need to worry. As long as we got these streets, you know that we gonna eat. There's no need to worry at all. I'll hug the block all night. Keep it moving through the morning light. Cause there's no hard thing to this joy I bring. I wanna buy you everything. You don't have to worry. I won't waste no time. I won't waste no time. Stay on my grind. You don't have to worry. Hey, I won't waste no time. No time. I'll stay on my grind. Hey, you loving that? We can hang out. Cheeks is from Queens, I'm from East New York. We can meet in the city. Bring your home girl if she pretty. I know my man. If she ain't hot, he won't understand. You don't have to worry. No, I won't waste no time. No time. I'll stay on my grind. You don't have to worry. I won't waste no time. I stay on my grind. Still living at New York. Yeah. That real pretty New York City at New York. Ooh, man. That real pretty New York City at New York. You're ready, that real pretty New York City at New York. You're ready, man.
A world premiere.
Idols still this time.
Your love keeps lifting me higher, higher than I've ever been before. Your love keeps lifting me higher, higher than I've ever been before. Your love keeps lifting me higher, higher than I've ever been before. Your love keeps lifting me higher, higher than everything that I need. It's so important to me, like the air that I breathe. Can't do without your love. Can't be without your love. Your love keeps lifting me higher, higher, higher than I've ever been before. Your love keeps lifting me higher, yeah, higher than I've ever been before. Your love. The day that God smiled at me, I saw you standing right there. I knew I had to have you. I knew I'd have to play fair. Can't do without your love. Can't be without your love. Your love, your love. Your love keeps lifting me higher. Lifting me higher. Higher than I've ever been. So high, so high. Your love keeps lifting me higher. Higher, 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 baby. Higher than I've ever been before. Your love, let me be the one you give your heart to. I promise you, I'll never let you down. I'll always be around. All because your love keeps lifting me higher, higher than I've ever been before. Your love keeps lifting me higher, 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 baby. Higher than I've ever been before. Your love keeps lifting me higher, higher than I've ever been. Higher than I've ever been before. Your love keeps lifting me higher, higher than I've ever been. Higher than your love.
That new joint, Higher by Intro.
Higher.
I love your music, bro.
Been before your love, your love. Thank you.
And just to know that I've been where that song was created, in the lab, Buddy's lab.
Man,
yeah,
the war room.
The war room. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how can people get in touch with you? And let's let everybody know where they can see the film. Or
okay. I'm Buddy Wike, WIKE, Buddy Wike Music. You got Jeff Sanders. We're both on social media. We have multiple intro Instagram pages. But Sonia, give me the real R&B group intro. Then you got, what's the other one? We got a couple of them. The real intro R&B. But BuddyWhite.com pretty much leads you to everywhere.
That's the nucleus, I guess.
Yeah, BuddyWhite.com.
Okay. What you got going on? What's coming up? I know you got an event here in New York City, in Brooklyn, in Coney Island next month.
September 4th and 5th, we're gonna be out in Coney Island, music and art. Right? Yeah. Before that, though, we have some dope shows coming up with some of our friends from the 90s. We're gonna be going down the East Coast, South Carolina, Virginia, North Carolina.
Nice.
And just touching the stages as long as we can, man. Because I'm hoping everything stays open again, just in case. We want to get back out there and hit the ground again, 10 toes on the ground, and shout, hug. Feel the energy from the crowd. Yeah. And
meet your fans, because you all have fans that timeless, brother. Timeless music. You're always gonna have people that love your music. You're always gonna have people that love your music, and your personality. You and Jeff are some dope individuals to be around. I've been again fortunate enough to spend time with both of you. You've showed up at a couple of my events. for the radio show, man.
Just try to make all the anniversaries.
Yeah,
we came to the nice one you had up in Harlem.
Harlem, man. Yeah. That was nice. That was nice. Yeah. So thank you so much just for being a friend, brother. Thank you for all of these years of dope music.
Thank you.
And of course we dedicate this entire show to intro to Kenny, Jeff, and Buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, man.
We're gonna let my man Andre Jones close us out with a half a song, I guess. Here on Kerry's Corner, you new home for throwbacks, new jacks, and all things intro.
Andre Jones in the mix.
From the radio to the TV screen, anything you want.